What if everything you've been told about aging safely is actually aging your brain faster? What if the dangerous activities doctors warn seniors against are the very things that could add decades to your mental sharpness? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will challenge everything you think you know about protecting your brain as you age. Let me tell you about something that happened 6 months ago that completely changed how I think about aging. I was visiting my friend Dorothy, 81 years old, a former librarian from Portland. I expected to find her reading, maybe tending to her garden, perhaps watching her afternoon shows. Instead, I found her in her garage, wearing a leather jacket, pulling on motorcycle gloves. "Where are you going, Dorothy?" I asked, thinking maybe she was gardening. She smiled and said, "Motorcycle, riding lesson. I'm training for my first cross-country trip." I was horrified. This was reckless, dangerous, irresponsible for someone her age. But Dorothy just laughed. "My neurologist suggested it," she said. "My brain scans were showing typical aging patterns 6 months ago. Now they look better than my 60-year-old daughter's." That conversation sent me down a research rabbit hole that led to some of the most surprising discoveries about brain health and aging I've ever encountered. What Dorothy told me seemed impossible, so I started digging into the science. What I found turned everything I thought I knew about senior safety upside down. Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura from the University of Tokyo has been conducting the most comprehensive study ever done on risk-taking behavior and cognitive preservation in seniors. For 12 years, his team followed 3,147 adults over age 65, dividing them into 3 groups based on their activity choices. Group 1, the safety-first seniors, those who avoided all activities with any perceived risk. Group 2, the moderate risk group, those who engaged in some challenging but age-appropriate activities. Group 3, the high-risk group, those who regularly engaged in activities most people would consider dangerous for their age. The results were so dramatic that the research was initially rejected by several journals who thought the data must be wrong. After 12 years, the safety-first group showed 34% faster cognitive decline, 67% higher rates of depression and anxiety, significantly reduced brain volume in areas associated with learning and memory, higher rates of dementia diagnosis. The high-risk group showed 73% better cognitive function scores, brain scans that appeared 10 to 15 years younger than their chronological age, 45% faster reaction times than the safety-first group. Virtually no cases of early-onset dementia, significantly higher reported life satisfaction. Dr. Nakamura was so shocked by these results that he expanded the study to include 8,000 more participants across 5 countries. The results were consistent across all cultures and populations. But why does dangerous activity actually protect the aging brain? The answer lies in something neuroscientists call adaptive stress response and cognitive reserve building. Dr. Sarah Williams, a neuroplasticity researcher at Stanford, explains it this way. When we try to keep seniors safe from all challenges and risks, we're actually starving their brains of the very stimulation needed to maintain cognitive function. Here's what happens in your brain when you engage in calculated risk-taking. Neurogenesis activation. When you face a manageable challenge or controlled risk, your brain floods with BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This protein literally grows new brain cells, particularly in the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. The more challenging the activity, the more BDNF is produced. Multi-system integration. Risky activities force your brain to coordinate multiple systems simultaneously. Balance, decision-making, spatial awareness, timing, prediction, and emotional regulation. This integration strengthens neural pathways throughout your entire brain. Stress hormone optimization. Controlled risk triggers the release of norepinephrine and controlled amounts of cortisol. Unlike chronic stress, which damages the brain, these short bursts of good stress actually strengthen neural connections and improve memory consolidation. Default mode network disruption. When you're focused on a challenging, potentially risky task, your brain's default mode network, which tends to focus on worry and rumination as we age, gets completely disrupted. This break from anxious thinking patterns has profound mental health benefits. Dr. Michael Chen from Johns Hopkins puts it perfectly. Think of risky activities as CrossFit for your brain. Just like muscles need resistance to stay strong, brains need challenge and controlled stress to maintain cognitive fitness. Let me share some real stories of seniors whose dangerous hobbies transformed their minds. Harold's motorcycle journey. Harold, 74, was a retired accountant dealing with mild cognitive impairment and increasing forgetfulness. His doctor mentioned that his brain scans showed typical age-related decline. Instead of accepting this, Harold decided to fulfill a lifelong dream: learning to ride a motorcycle. Against his family's wishes, he enrolled in a motorcycle safety course. The complex coordination required: clutch control, balance, traffic, awareness, route planning, engaged his brain in ways he hadn't experienced in decades. 6 months later, his follow-up cognitive testing showed improvement in every category. His neurologist was baffled. Harold had gone from mild cognitive impairment to scoring in the normal range for his age group. "The motorcycle saved my mind," Harold says. "Every ride is like a meditation, but one that requires total focus and split-second decisions." Eleanor's rock climbing adventure. Eleanor, 69, had been experiencing increasing anxiety and what she called brain fog since retirement. Her daughter suggested she try something challenging. Eleanor chose indoor rock climbing. The sport requires intense problem-solving, spatial reasoning, physical coordination, and emotional regulation to manage fear. Within 3 months, Eleanor noticed her memory sharpening. Her anxiety decreased dramatically. After a year, she was leading climbing trips for other seniors. "People think I'm crazy," Eleanor laughs. "But I feel more mentally sharp now than I did at 50. Every climb is a puzzle that my brain has to solve in real time." Robert's skydiving transformation. Robert, 71, had been struggling with depression and a sense of purposelessness after his wife passed away. At his lowest point, he decided to try something that would either kill him or remind him he was alive: skydiving. The first jump terrified him, but the intense focus required, the adrenaline, the need to trust equipment and make critical decisions, under pressure, awakened something in his brain that had been dormant for years. 2 years later, Robert has completed over 200 jumps and become a certified instructor. His depression has lifted. His cognitive test scores have improved by 40%. "Every jump reminds my brain that I'm capable of handling anything," he says. The group effect, the Dangerous Seniors Club. In Burlington, Vermont, a group of 15 seniors aged 67-84 formed what they jokingly call the Dangerous Seniors Club. Together, they've tried whitewater rafting, zip lining, paragliding, motorcycle touring, and winter camping. After 2 years, every member showed significant cognitive improvement. Their collective medical costs dropped by 35%. Most importantly, they report feeling more alive and purposeful than they had in decades. Now, before you panic and think I'm encouraging reckless behavior, let me be absolutely clear. This isn't about being stupid or ignoring safety. It's about calculated, progressive risk-taking that challenges your brain while keeping your body as safe as possible. Phase 1. Risk assessment and preparation. Step 1. Medical clearance. Before engaging in any challenging activity, get a complete physical. Discuss your plans with your doctor. Make sure your heart, balance, and overall health can handle increased physical and mental demands. Step 2. Skill. Assessments start with activities that build on existing abilities. If you've never been athletic, don't start with extreme sports. If you've always been physically active, you might be able to handle more challenging activities sooner. Step 3. Safety infrastructure. Choose activities with strong safety protocols. Professional instruction, proper equipment, emergency procedures. The goal is calculated risk, not reckless endangerment. Step 4. Progressive Challenge Design Plan. A series of increasingly challenging activities. Start small, build confidence and skills, then progress to more demanding challenges. Phase 2. Beginner-friendly high-impact activities option. 1. Motorcycle training. Start with a motorcycle safety course. Even if you never ride on public roads, the classroom learning and controlled practice develops incredible cognitive skills. Multitasking, spatial awareness, risk assessment, and decision-making under pressure. Option 2. Rock climbing, indoor. Indoor climbing gyms offer controlled environments with professional instruction. Climbing requires problem-solving, spatial, reasoning, fear management, and full-body coordination. Start with easy routes and progress gradually. Option 3. Aviation lessons. Taking flying lessons, even if you never solo, engages your brain in three-dimensional thinking, weather assessment, communication skills, and complex decision-making. Many flight schools offer programs specifically for seniors. Option 4. Whitewater sports. Start with calm water kayaking, progress to mild rapids. Water sports require balance, quick reflexes, reading environmental conditions, and staying calm under pressure. Option 5. Tactical training. Some areas offer tactical courses for civilians: defensive driving, situational awareness, emergency response. These develop threat assessment, quick thinking, and stress management without extreme physical risk. Phase 3. Intermediate challenges. Mountain biking on moderate trails develops balance, spatial awareness, trail reading, and risk assessment while providing excellent cardiovascular exercise. Competitive racing, age-appropriate, go-kart racing, sailboat racing, or even video game competitions can provide competitive stress and strategic thinking challenges. Outdoor adventure sports, zip-lining, paragliding, tandem, or bungee jumping provide intense focus and fear management opportunities, with professional safety oversight. Performance arts with risk elements, aerial yoga, circus arts for seniors, or stunt driving courses offer physical and mental challenges in controlled environments. Phase 4. Advanced risk integration, months 6+. Solo adventures, backpacking trips, solo motorcycle tours, or sailing expeditions, with proper safety equipment and check-in protocols. Develop self-reliance and complex decision-making skills. Teaching others. Once you've developed skills, teaching others adds another layer of cognitive challenge: instruction, safety management, and responsibility for others' well-being. Competitive participation. Entering races or competitions adds performance pressure and strategic thinking to your chosen activity. I know what many of you are thinking right now. My family will never support this. They're already worried about me falling in the shower, let alone jumping out of airplanes. This is perhaps the biggest obstacle seniors face when trying to engage in challenging activities. Here's how to handle family resistance. Education. First, share the research. Show them Dr. Nakamura's studies. Explain that the biggest risk to your brain health isn't physical injury, it's cognitive decline from understimulation. Start small and prove competence. Don't announce you're taking up motorcycle racing. Start with a safety course and demonstrate your commitment to doing things properly and safely. Professional oversight involves professionals, instructors, doctors, safety experts. When family sees you're taking proper precautions, they're more likely to support you. Include them when possible. Sometimes family members become supporters when they see the positive changes in you. Some might even join you in safer versions of your chosen activity. Set boundaries. Respectfully. You're an adult. You have the right to make informed decisions about your own life. Be respectful, but firm about your autonomy. Dorothy, the motorcycle riding librarian I mentioned earlier, handled family resistance perfectly. She invited her concerned daughter to attend her motorcycle safety course. When her daughter saw the professionalism, the safety protocols, and the other responsible seniors in the class, she became Dorothy's biggest supporter. One of the most important brain benefits of risky activities is learning to manage fear effectively. As we age, many people become increasingly risk-averse, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. This growing fearfulness actually accelerates cognitive decline. Dr. Lisa Kumar, a fear researcher at UCLA, has studied how controlled exposure to manageable risks can reverse age-related anxiety and improve cognitive flexibility. When seniors avoid all challenging situations, their brains literally forget how to handle uncertainty and stress, Dr. Kumar explains. But when they gradually expose themselves to controlled challenges, they rebuild confidence and cognitive resilience. The key is the word controlled. We're not talking about reckless behavior, but about systematically expanding your comfort zone in safe, supervised environments. Fear management techniques for risky activities. Breathing protocols. Learn tactical breathing techniques used by military and first responders. Controlled breathing keeps your mind clear during challenging situations. Visualization. Before attempting any risky activity, visualize success. Mental rehearsal builds neural pathways that improve actual performance. Progressive exposure. Start with activities that create mild anxiety and gradually work up to more challenging ones. This builds confidence and stress tolerance. Mindfulness. Integration. Use challenging activities as mindfulness practice. Stay present, observe your thoughts, and fears without judgment, and learn to act despite anxiety. The seniors who stick with challenging activities for more than 2 years show remarkable long-term benefits. Enhanced neuroplasticity. Brain scans show increased gray matter density and stronger connections between brain regions. Some participants show brain activity patterns similar to people 20 years younger. Improved executive function. Better decision-making, planning, and problem-solving abilities that transfer to all areas of life, not just the risky activity. Emotional regulation. Learning to manage fear and stress in controlled situations improves emotional stability in all life situations. Increased confidence and agency. Perhaps most importantly, seniors who engage in challenging activities report feeling more capable and in control of their lives overall. Social connection. Many risky activities involve communities of like-minded people, combating isolation and building supportive relationships. Purpose and meaning. Having challenging goals and achievements provides a sense of purpose that's crucial for mental health in later years. Let me be absolutely clear about safety considerations, because the last thing I want is for someone to get hurt trying to follow this advice. Medical screening is essential. Heart conditions, balance issues, bone density problems, and other health conditions may limit your activity choices. Work with your healthcare team to identify appropriate challenges. Age-appropriate modifications. A 70-year-old shouldn't train like a 20-year-old. Proper programs account for slower healing, increased injury risk, and different physical capabilities. Professional instruction. DIY extreme sports are dangerous at any age. Professional instruction, proper equipment, and safety protocols are non-negotiable. Emergency planning. Have emergency contacts, medical information readily available, and clear protocols for getting help if needed. Listen to your body pain, dizziness, unusual fatigue, or other warning signs should be taken seriously. The goal is long-term cognitive health, not short-term thrills. Insurance and legal considerations. Make sure your insurance covers your chosen activities and understand any legal waivers you're signing. Here's what I want you to do this week. Don't jump out of an airplane or sign up for motorcycle racing just yet. Instead, do this. First, identify one area of your life where you've been playing it too safe. Maybe it's driving, maybe it's social situations, maybe it's physical activities. Second, research one challenging activity that interests you. Look for beginner classes, safety protocols, and communities of people your age who are already doing it. Third, have a conversation with your doctor about your overall health and ability to handle increased physical and mental challenges. Finally, start small. Take a class, attend a demonstration, or even just research equipment and safety protocols. The goal isn't to become an extreme athlete overnight, it's to start expanding your comfort zone in controlled, safe ways. Your brain is designed to grow and adapt until the day you die. But like any living system, it needs challenge and stimulation to stay healthy. When we wrap seniors in bubble wrap and tell them to be careful, we might be protecting their bodies, while slowly killing their minds. The seniors with the sharpest minds, the strongest memories, and the most vibrant personalities aren't the ones who played it safe. They're the ones who kept challenging themselves, kept learning, kept taking calculated risks, and kept proving to themselves that age is just a number. You have decades of experience, wisdom, and good judgment. Use those assets to engage in activities that challenge and excite you. Your brain is waiting for you to give it something interesting to do. Don't let fear disguised as being responsible rob you of the most cognitively active years of your life. Sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do is play it too safe. If this resonates with you, subscribe for more research-backed strategies for aging boldly. Share this with someone who needs permission to live a little dangerously. And remember, the only real risk is letting your mind grow old before your body has to.